Now playing the Hook and Bridge podcast.
I fucking love Kesha. I'm telling you, I'm the worst person to have a podcast. I can barely speak.
Oh my god, I love doing this!
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hook and Bridge podcast. I am your host, Harley, joined by me with my co-host, Taylor, my lovely wife, Lindsay, the executive producer of the show. We talk everything music, and Taylor, we have a very, very special guest on today.
Very special, I'm excited.
Yes, we won't discuss too much of why this is really important to us, but we are very big fans of the band Saliva from back in the day. I recently found out that Josey had left the band a while back, lead singer Josey Scotts, and now has started his own version of Saliva, playing all of his classic hits. So please welcome, I'm going to call you Mr. Nine, because I think that's the best way to say it.
I like that.
So
Mr.
Mr. Nine,
Yes.
welcome,
Good evening.
sir.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to jump right in and ask this newest project that you're working on. How did that come about? How did you end up joining Josey Scotts in his iteration of Saliva?
Well, so I was in a band for 15 years called Dead Metal Society, along with Ben, who also plays in Josey Saliva with me. And Josey moved to the Tulsa, Oklahoma area probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe three, I could be wrong. And when he came to raise his children and he did what he did and he was living life comfortably, and then his stepson said, "Hey man, why don't you put the band back together?" And so they tried out a few members for a couple shows probably, and then he got a management company that I was friends with, and that management company, when he needed a bass player, said, "Well, we got the perfect guy for you." And that was almost a year ago. And now we have about 25 shows under our belt and a lot more ahead.
That's
awesome.
Incredible, man. What was getting that call like when they called you and they were like, "Hey, you're not gonna believe who is asking." What was that like? I mean, how excited were you playing music all of those years and getting a phone call like that?
It was exciting. It was cool. I didn't show it. I always play it cool. But no, it was cool. And I went out there, and he's the sweetest guy in the whole world. Josey is the sweetest guy in the whole world. And I went out and I met the guys that were playing in the band at that time. And that was it. I went out one night, and here I am still with them. So no, it was cool. It was cool. I mean, obviously I love the singles and stuff that I had heard up to that point, like Your Disease and Click Click Boom and Ladies and Gentlemen. And so you just learn your parts and you go out there and you hope for the best, and it turned out for the best.
Have you had like a holy shit moment on stage where like you're playing and you're like, "Wow, man, like I can't believe I'm here, I can't believe I'm playing these types of crowds"?
Sure. I think it's more of a feeling of appreciation. Like, I guess it's holy shit too. You just kind of look over and you see a huge crowd and you see Josey up there and you're like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm a fortunate man." So, and going to play the Whiskey a couple weeks ago, that was, that's hallowed ground, man. So that was really cool. And so, yeah, I feel very fortunate. I feel blessed, and I'm thankful. And,
I mean, that's an incredible venue, the Whiskey Go-Go. That's in Cali, right? That's in California.
Yeah, it's West Hollywood, right?
That's where all of the legends have played. Isn't that where like
Absolutely.
Motley Crue got their start?
Oh, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, The Doors.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so there's a lot of history on the walls there to document that stuff. It's pretty cool.
What was the energy like on that stage? Could you feel like, the presence of everything?
Absolutely. The memories, all the memories of that place, aren't lost on me at all, man. So it was an absolute honor to play there. And when you're up there, you're just kind of like, wow, man, this is where Welcome to the Jungle video was filmed. And this is where Motley Crue and Rat and Dawkins used to hang out. So yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so much history, man. That's
Absolutely.
wild, man. So I did read. You're a difficult man to find information on. I try to do a lot of research on all of my guests beforehand, and there's not much out. You have not talked to many people, but I did
No,
find
not really.
I did find one interview that you did online with like an article. I want to say it was like a news article. And in there it did say that Kiss was a big influence on your life. And I do see the Kiss poster there behind you.
Yeah,
So would you say that Kiss kind of started it all for you?
it did. My big brother brought home Kiss cards one day back in about 1979, maybe, and he put them up in his. Got that little crease part in your mirror where you can put cards, and I look at those and I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm gonna do, and and really, and I come from a military family, so I
Oh,
know
wow.
my family was in the Navy and the Army, and I joined the Kiss Army.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with our area then, right? Coming from a military
Oh yeah,
background. Yeah. Um,
yeah, oh
what
yeah.
was it?
My dad was in the Navy for 31 years.
Oh, so you've
Wow.
definitely been over this way then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What was it like growing up in a military household and having that image in the room and you're like, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do. What was that experience like?
Well, it's kind of weird because I was fascinated with the aircraft carriers that my dad was on. I used to build Lego aircraft carriers, but I don't know when I saw the way Kiss looked and the reaction they got, and just I was just blown away. Like, holy crap, I'm going to do that. And my parents never frowned upon it or anything. They supported me, and my dad didn't quite get me, dyeing my hair black and wearing eyeliner and stuff. But he never dissuaded me from doing it. So, and my mom's
Right.
been very supportive.
That's
Good. Oh,
awesome,
that's
man.
so
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very rare too, in military households to warrant that type of expression. You know what I mean? Being in
Yeah,
this area, we have a lot of military people come
Mhm.
through our lives, and
sure.
it's usually a very strict, rigid household. So that's really
I
cool to kind
think
of have
I
that support.
and I think I can explain that. I'm the fourth of six kids. By the time they got to me, because they tried to make the first Catholic school and all this. By the time they got to me, they were just like,
Eh.
whatever, just, yeah, just do it.
So now that I know that information, was there ever a point where like they would tell you that you couldn't do something and then give a reason of like your brother did this, and so you're definitely not going to be allowed to like go to that party?
No, I never. No, and see, I wasn't a cool kid in school or anything. So I mean, I knew what I was going to do, and I was a Kiss fan at a young age, and I wasn't one of the in crowd. The truth is, I was never one of the in crowd. I just wanted to play for the in crowd.
Right. When did
Yeah.
you actually pick up the bass? Or well, I'm assuming you probably started with guitar, right?
I did, but all the kids in my neighborhood already played guitar, and they were better than me. So I was like, all right, well, there's not anybody playing bass guitar, and so I was probably about 15 when I picked it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's always the thing, right? There's always like 15 guitar players and
Always.
nobody grabs the
yeah,
bass, and
yeah,
then
and half of them are better. Like I say, half of them were better than me, and I was just like, well, okay, they don't need guitar players, and so I took that way.
there's always like that one kid that does pick up the bass that just goes all the way with it. And then you become
Yep,
like the legendary bass player in town because nobody else wanted to take the time and learn it.
that's
So yeah,
right.
it's awesome.
That's right.
And then all of those kids that pick up guitar, like 50% of them drop it after high school.
You're
That's
right.
true.
Or
Only
they never progress.
Yeah. They hit that steep and then they just say, this is good enough.
they only play for the ladies, and
That's
after high
right.
school they're done.
That's right. You're right.
So the next question I have here for you is what would you say has been like the proudest moment of your life on stage and of your life off stage?
Wow. Good question. Proudest moment on stage. You know what okay, well, this will sound kind of weird. I always thought like the bigger the crowd, that's the best moment. The biggest crowd, whatever it is, the biggest arena you play in or whatever. Until some other bass player in a club said to me, told me I went up and I played his bass on a song, and I didn't even really know the kid, but he knew who I was, and it was just like, hey, you inspired me to pick up the bass, and honest to God, that was the proudest moment so far for me, to have somebody tell you that you inspired them, and it was just mind blowing for me, especially because I didn't even know the guy. So I would say that is the proudest moment on stage. Off stage, probably my son. I'm really proud of my son.
That's awesome. That's
That's
awesome.
so sweet.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
did read that article, and it was kind of going on about like your family life and everything, and all of the things that you've went through, progressing in your music career and helping, raise a family basically. Through all of that.
I've always said, I'm a lifer. A lot of people that I played with quit for like a job or a woman. Oh no, I'm stupid. I just kept doing it my whole life. So I'm a lifer at it, man. And just so, and now to get a cool moment like this to go do the Saliva thing is to kind of feel like it was worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I already kind of know it because I read the article, but I want our audience to find out the name 9. Tell me the story behind that.
Okay, so like in the year 2000, I've always thought bigger than a local musician. I'm competing with guys named Nikki Sixx and CC DeVille, and I need a cool name. So my birthday is 9/9. I was married at the time. Her birthday was on 4/9. Our anniversary was on 3/9. Brother has a birthday on the 9th. The sister has a birthday on the 9th, and I just went with it.
You and I are almost birthday buddies. I am
Oh, yeah?
September 14th. So
Virgos, baby, Virgos.
Yeah.
Special breed.
So that's what it is. And also, I'm a Beatles fanatic, and John Lennon had a special attachment to number 9. And so there were so many things that went into it, and it's just stuck. It's 23 years down the road now.
23 years. Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how about your favorite Kiss song? Do you have a specific song that you would say is like your all-time favorite that you gravitate towards?
Man, I could change it any day. I'm just going to bottom out there.
Yeah.
Rock bottom.
Lindsay is a diehard Kiss fan.
Yes.
Her dad is also a diehard Kiss fan.
Tatted up all the way, Kiss Army, everything my dad has.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's not anything about Kiss that I don't know. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
me and your dad get along.
Oh, yes. You would love to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to have you on again and play our trivia game with you and test that music knowledge.
Yes.
Sure. I would love that.
So
Hey, my whole life is pop culture, man. Come on.
So if you could play with any band, like what would be the one band alive or disbanded, whatever, music history in general, if you were able to play with any band, what is one band that you would like to play with besides Kiss? We'll leave Kiss out of it.
Alice in Chains, 1991, 92.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I just
Right alongside Lane Staley, man.
Yep. I just learned what was that song I was playing on the guitar the other day? Shoot. Crap.
I don't remember the name of it.
Of course.
But it was an Alice in Chains song.
Yeah. Never mind, I guess. But I learned an Alice in Chains song on the guitar the other day. Accidentally.
That's my answer for you.
I mean, I love Alice in Chains. What an incredible.
Me too.
Now, have you seen anything with their new vocalist? I can't remember his name at the moment, but he's really
His name is William Duvall.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
And as a matter of fact, they just played in Tulsa last night.
Oh,
but
no shit.
I wasn't there. I saw them with him probably about 15 years ago. Yeah. Crazy to think that he's been in the band longer than Lane.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Kind of like Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer have been in the band longer than Ace Frehley and Peter Criss.
Yeah. And I think Bon Scott too, right? Has been with Ace longer. Yeah.
It's funny you bring him up because I love Bon Scott.
I'm a big AC/DC fan, man.
Me too.
They get a bad rap, but they are one of those bands that they've
one of the originals of so many things. Yeah,
and every album they put out is just incredible in some aspect. Not everything was a hit, but in some aspect, each album had its specific.
Same with Kiss.
Yes.
Not everything was a hit.
That's very true. That's very
Ironically, both those bands we just talked about, AC/DC, Highway to Hell, and Alice in Chains' Dirt, are both in my top 5 of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. I would throw, as far as an Alice in Chains song, I would throw Down in a Hole as one of my all-time.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's so emotional. Lane Staley went through so much, man. It was unreal.
I agree. My favorite vocalist, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the next question I'm going to ask you is a question that we ask all of our guests.
Okay.
The show is called the Hook and Bridge Podcast for a reason. I consider myself to be like the hook of the show. I'm the person that kind of keeps things interesting and kind of playful and entertaining. My little sister, a little quieter, kind of chimes in every once in a while.
I was gonna say,
can
I chime in with that?
You sure can.
I do apologize. I am slightly unwell.
She is feeling a little under the weather.
I'm sorry.
I'm a
I
little
hope you feel
under the
better.
weather. Thank you. It's the college cold is going around. And I was lucky duck today, I guess.
That's too bad. Well, at least you're here.
That is true. I am here.
All right.
I am usually more. Thank you.
I do hope you feel better.
Thank you. I'm usually more talkative.
She is.
So the question that we ask all of our guests is, when producing music, listening to music, every aspect of music, what is more important to you, the hook of the song or a bridge of a song?
The hook.
The hook?
Yeah.
Any specific reason why you gravitate towards the hook?
Well, think about all those songs from your childhood, man. You know, you the sing along choruses of the anthems. That's your whole life. We Will Rock You and Come On, Feel the Noise. You remember those things?
Yep.
That's true. That is very true.
Actually, I think that's one of the best answers we've had with that. Usually people are like, they're easy to write.
That is true.
No, I mean, it's the hook, man. The Hotel California. I mean, you remember that for the rest of your life.
Another question I have for you is, at any point in time, did you try and start a Kiss cover band or any other cover band?
Oh, I've been in several cover bands, man. Several. Ironically enough, even though I'm a huge Kiss fan, I've never once in my life put Kiss makeup on ever.
Really?
No, I've worn makeup. I just haven't ever worn Kiss makeup. But no, I mean, I've played in a lot of cover bands. Matter of fact, the band I'm telling you about, the band for 15 years, Dead Metal Society, is a 80s tribute band, kind of like Hairball and throughout the Midwest we played. They're still going. So I've been in plenty of cover bands. Absolutely.
Have you ever considered, after the Saliva project, kind of jumping back in there and you know, going out with those guys on a couple of shows in your town?
Well, I don't know if that. I mean, they've replaced myself and Ben, who joined Saliva too, and they're moving on and doing their thing and still kicking butt. And so it hasn't really been talked about at all. I'm not looking at the end of this yet.
Right.
I haven't even really thought about it. I'm just enjoying it.
So we have a friend that has a cousin who is in Green Day, and they do a lot of side projects, and he always comes and plays with his old band from high school anytime that they're in Arkansas.
Yeah.
When they go to Arkansas, he'll step in for like 3 or 4 shows.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool, man, if you went back and just...
No, I'm sure that might happen someday. That might happen someday.
Yeah, that would be cool. What's your favorite cover song to play?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. I really like playing the Send the Pain Below by Chevelle.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I do. It's just that's kind of it's just the song is kind of, I feel the emotion of that song.
Yeah, that's a really interesting pick. I really like that, actually.
Thank you.
So the next thing that we have for you is this game. I will go ahead and pull this up here. It'll take me just a moment because I got like 17 things pulled up here. There we go.
I'm excited. I haven't seen the game yet either.
Yes, this is brand new to everybody except for Lindsay.
Yeah, this is...
And usually I'm the one who does the games, but
he
felt like he wanted to be
I wanted to do it. Yeah,
today.
I wanted to do this one.
Is it something that I'll be able to win?
No, this one is going to be just for Mr. 9. I mean, you can chime in, but
That's okay.
I got $100 bet saying that you're not going to know a single answer to this.
That's
gonna
an
know
easy
one.
bet.
We'll see.
She's gonna know one.
All right. There we go. There's that. Let's make us all a little bit bigger. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is an original game that we have prepared for you. And I will make sure that the volume is up so that you guys can enjoy this incredible intro that I just made 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome
Whose musician is it anyway?
to the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. That's right. The points are something you'll never see, like me and the box of Wheaties.
So funny.
All right. So this is a game called Whose Musician Is It Anyway? Just like Drew Carey said, it is a game that the points don't really matter. This is just to kind of test some of your knowledge. We have some pictures of some famous musicians, and we just want to see if you're able to identify those musicians and what band they may or may not be from. So this is the first one. I'm going to let him go first, Taylor, on all of them, and then you can chime in with what you think your answer is. But
I'm gonna look like a fool.
So this is all you, man. Whatever you want to say, go for it.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Man. Man, I don't know who that is. I have no clue. It kind of looks like Wolfie Van Halen, but man, I don't know who that is.
This is a more modern picture of him. I tried to pull a modern picture to give Taylor a little bit of a chance. Taylor, we had this gentleman on the show. You were not around for it.
Oh, I was gonna say you're making me look bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that he is in a metal band.
No.
I would say it's definitely not metal.
No.
But that's all right. We will go ahead and let it play here. So this is actually
Hard rock.
Jarrett Reddick from the band Bowling for Soup.
What band?
Bowling for Soup.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
so sad that I missed that. I forgot I missed that.
Mhm.
Now this one is a pretty big give me, I would say. Mr. Nine, go ahead.
It's Edward Van Halen.
Mhm.
Taylor, do you agree with that sentiment?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm going to ask a real question right now.
Uh-huh.
Did you know who this was prior to him saying that?
I knew that he was in an 80s-ish band. Is that
80s-ish
right?
band.
Can you believe my co-host knows nothing about music?
I said your co-host is also barely 21 years old. That's crazy.
But obviously, yes, that is
Yeah, of
100% correct. This is, of course, Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, I knew that.
All right, and the next one, here we go. It's a give.
You have to name each member though.
You do have to name
Dude, I got
each
you.
member.
Am I first or is she first?
You're first.
Oh, no,
There's
that's
no
all
chance
you.
in hell she knows anybody.
All right. All right. From left to right. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Eric Singer, Tommy Thayer.
There you go.
I second that.
Taylor, do you know what band this is?
I'm gonna say Kiss for 1,000.
Hey, look at you. You would have won that Jeopardy question.
Yay.
All right, this one, here we go.
Ooh.
New genre. This is not any rock or metal.
That looks like Toby Keith.
Taylor, what do you think?
I think he sounds country.
You don't know who that is? I told
She
you.
said I have
I
no
told you.
idea.
But
Red
he
Solo
is
Cup.
correct. That
Toby
is
Keith?
in fact the one
Did
and only
Toby
Toby
Keith
Keith.
sing Red Solo Cup?
He sure
Yeah.
does.
And he is actually from Oklahoma.
Huh.
Oh, I did not
Interesting.
know that. Really?
It's cool.
Oh, yeah. He's always at the Oklahoma Sooner football games on the sidelines.
Huh. I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That looks like Jimmy Buffett.
What do you think, Taylor? See, is he right?
That actually was gonna be my guess.
See,
Like
I told
jokes
you.
aside, I definitely knew. I know that's Jimmy Buffett.
Rest in peace.
Rest
I was just
in
about to say
peace,
R.I.P.
the one and only Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Huge loss for music.
I love Jimmy Buffett.
All right, here we go.
CC DeVille from Poison.
I'm not even going to ask you.
His real name is Bruce Johannesson.
That is true.
That's
true.
double. For a game where points don't matter, Mr. is really like beat me at this game. He kind of looks like Matt Rife, the music
In the face?
He in the face.
Yeah, he definitely does.
That, of course, is CC DeVille from the one and only Poison. All right, here we go.
Wow. Looks familiar.
That's a good thing.
That is Mr. Josey Scott from Saliva.
That sure is Mr. Josey
My brother.
Scott from
My
Saliva.
brother.
We are huge fans of his. If you have any pull, I'd love to talk to him sometime. But not gonna try and push that at all. I know you guys.
I'll see what I can do for you.
And then we have one final one for you.
That's Frank Ferrano. That's Nikki Sixx, not Motley Crue.
That is, in fact, Nikki Sixx from the one and only Motley Crue. And that is the end of the game, sir. I would say you got 100 on that.
No, but I missed the first one, actually.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, but you gave extra points.
Okay, too. I'll take it. Thank you.
You knew extra facts, so that's like bonus points.
Thank you.
This is true. This is true.
Definitely 100%.
So, that being said, I want to ask a couple of other quick questions, and then we'll start talking about what you guys got going on. So I know you have this project with Josey going. What is in the works as far as that goes? Are you guys considering going into the studio at all, producing anything new?
Absolutely, but we're just trying to kind of get him back get his name back into the scene, but yeah, there's already talks of the songs and what they're going to sound like, and no time frame at all yet. But there will definitely be new music. Yeah.
Is it going to be marketed as Josey Scotts Saliva again?
I don't know. Sure. I can't really answer that, but it's kind of his call, and hopefully we'll see.
So full disclosure, just I'm just going to say it because we talked about it a little bit. So I reached out to you earlier and was like, hey man, really excited to see you. And then I'm a huge Drowning Pool fan. And then I saw Saliva was going to be there as well. And I was like, hell yeah, Drowning Pool, Saliva. This is the greatest night in the world. And then you had started following me the night of the show. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. And then I show up and we are through Drowning Pool, amazing performance. And then Saliva comes on stage and the guy comes out and I'm like, wait a second, that's not the right guy. And then the rest of the band came out and I was like, hold up a second. That's definitely not the guy that I was just talking to.
Like in the middle of the concert, he's Googling all this on his phone because he's so confused.
Yeah. So then
here's the thing. I knew when I saw your message, I knew that it wasn't us, and it was, but it's not the first time that it's happened.
Yeah.
I felt horrible. I was so embarrassed. I thought about it for like 2 other days. I was like,
as you should be.
I was like, that bridge is burned. They're never gonna talk to me again.
No, I can see how it could happen, man.
But
so
I will say, out of respect, I personally left that show 2 songs into Saliva's set because it's not what I wanted to see. I was so excited to hear his voice singing those songs, and when it wasn't, I was like, let's just leave. Like it's just it lost the interest. And talk about a sin. They opened up the show without playing Ladies and Gentlemen to open up the show. And I was like, what a missed opportunity. If you're going to open a show, open it with the best theme song in the world.
Right.
So just wanted to say that I do in fact apologize, sir, for the
You just
embarrassing.
No need to. No need to at all.
have you been thinking about this whole time?
This whole time.
Has it, been in the back of your
I have talked
conscience?
about it so much to so many people. It's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done.
Do you feel
No,
better?
you know what? Again, it's happened already before, so it's no big deal. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Apology accepted, but apology not needed.
And
you're not the first.
you were so cool about it. And then like when you said that you go by 9, I was like, that dude, this guy is so badass and rock and roll. I was like, this is gonna be the best interview of my life. So I just want to personally thank you, man, so much for coming on the show and
Absolutely, it's been a
hanging
pleasure.
out with us. What do you guys have going on? And this will actually come out this week, Monday the 20
Nope.
or 30.
Nope.
The first?
It's
Okay.
Wow. One of those times.
Anyways,
So-
whatever this upcoming Monday is.
Whenever Monday comes around, we'll in Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, and then we will be heading for Virginia. And I don't know if that's on the 1st or the 2nd. I'm not sure because I don't have it right in front of me. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be on a 2-week East Coast tour, and it will take us to South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Massachusetts, and then we'll come back this way to Missouri, and so we're kind of just doing like two-week runs, so everybody can come back and see their family. Because Josey's got kids, everybody's in the band's got kids. Mine's
Right.
grown, but so we kind of do these runs, and then we come home for a little, we go back out, and that's where we're at now. We're kind of looking at booking for next year because we're already kind of full for the rest of this year. So we're looking forward to some festivals next year and hopefully big things.
Heck yeah, man. Awesome. Well, thank you again, man, for coming on the show. I
Yes,
really
thank you.
appreciate it. It's been absolutely incredible to get to talk to you, and you're going through such an incredible experience. I'm so excited.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that everything goes great for you and your show.
Thanks,
Thank
man. Yep.
you.
And
Thank
we will
you.
see you when you come down to Virginia. I'll check out the date, and I'll hit you up the night before and just let you know, and we'll try and come out and just shake your hand and introduce ourselves.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you guys too. Thank you so much.
Wow, Taylor, that was a crazy interview that we just had.
That was fantastic.
It was so fun. We were so excited to have him on.
We really were.
We definitely are recording this right after the show.
Right after the show. It's daytime now. I'm in a different change of clothes. Right after the show.
Directly after.
Uh-huh.
All right, it's promo time.
All right, everybody. If you liked today's video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we post a new video.
Be sure to check out our merch packages. Be sure to check out our website. Be sure to check out our Instagram. And that is everything. It has been real. And peace.